Good evening, Central Indiana, and welcome to Porch Time Live from JTH Construction Studio. Hello, Wendy. Hello, Connie. Hello, Sherry. There's CB. What's going on, Corey? Lots of stuff to get to tonight. Hadn't been on for a little bit. We'll be in studio tomorrow night with Willie Spina and some senior boys from MHS boys soccer team. But lots of stuff to cover, but first, let me get to my sponsors. Welcome again to JTH Construction Studio. Get a hold of Joe for all your construction need. 765-913-8599. He did fabulous work on Caddies to get it up. Get the food here. American Basement Solutions, Mr. Larry Ralph Sr., 1-877-409-2837. With all the rain, get a hold of Larry. Fathom Real Estate with Teresa Messmer. She'll be coming into studio here real soon again also. 765-341-8911. How you doing, CB? Hometown Nutrition, 765-315-0738. Protein shakes, iced coffee, boosted teas, and smoothies. Today was Waffle Wednesdays. Wednesday? Am I messing that up? Hello, Natasha. Wellspring, Bob Goodrum's group, 765-346-6661. They've got some sort of Jeep event. I just saw this tonight, and I'm like, first of all, why didn't nobody tell me? That sounds very cool. Stitt's Comfort Systems. Give Caleb Stitt a call at 765-346-0195. Get one of his ductless units, like we have back there. Livewire Electric Consulting. How you doing, Natasha? Tommy Walls. They sponsor everything in town. Good guy. 765-792-4012. Guys, if you use our sponsors, you go in there and say, hey, heard you on Porch Time. That helps us out, and it helps them out. They know their word's getting spread. Wayman's Furniture, Appliance, and Mattress. Give Mark a call at 765-342-4339. The Yard Barber with Andrew Payton, 765-318-4108. Logan's Cosmos, 765-318-3388. And, of course, Drink of the Creek, Cedar Creek. The creek is off until August 26th, Made in America. It's a Toby Keith tribute. Corey, we got it. And Wombly's Rock Orchestra. August 26th at Cedar Creek. Now, get to the good stuff. How we doing tonight, folks? It's rainy. Is it Wednesday? Wednesday night? Yes. Feels like a Monday. Just do the weather real quick. Gonna rain, and it's gonna rain some more, and then probably got a chance of rain. That's what it's doing. Flooding. It's going to flood in the areas it always floods. Be careful. Turn around, don't drown. Don't put yourself at risk. And you're also putting the first responders and everybody else that has to come save you because you thought your car was a boat. Don't do that. Same areas that flood all the time are going to be high water. Given. Live in an area that floods. Hello, Colton. Don't be foolish. Turn around, don't drown. Watch for areas that usually flood. I'm already way ahead of schedule. If you've not seen the videos coming out from Maui, and I can't pronounce the city or town or whatever it is, it's devastating. Massive wildfire fueled by heavy winds from a recent storm or a storm coming through. It looks like a war zone. Massive area. Like totally burned to the ground. It is just devastating. It's a beautiful part of the world, and it is just gone. Get on the news or get online or somewhere and take a peek at that. Praying for all involved. It's heartbreaking to see some of the stuff that I saw today. All right, we got a couple golf outings that I want to keep track of and get you guys invested in. 2023 Martinsville Neighbors Golf Scramble. It is Wednesday, August 16th. Out at Foxcliff at 1 p.m. What's up, Carl? How you doing, Jack? Happy anniversary, Jack. Again, Wednesday, August 16th out at Foxcliff, 1 p.m. That's Martinsville Neighbors Golf Scramble. Get on their site, look around, and get a hold of them and help them out. They need sponsors and teams. And then one today I posted, it's from Mike Randall. I graduated Mike, lost his son, John. So he's putting together a John D. Randall Memorial Foundation golf outing. You're welcome, Jack. It's Saturday, October 7th at 12:30 out at Foxcliff. They need teams and sponsors. Call Mike at 941-525-0555. It's on the flyer that I posted. Got a new set of clubs a day. There you go, Jack. 2 outings you could get into. Go to both those sites. Colton, we can talk about both here in a minute. Because we may be doing that Sunday evening, maybe Monday night. I don't know. Support both those if you would, please. Now, everybody's yelling about. How you doing, Sherry? The repetitiveness of, hey, when's DQ, when's Gaddy's opening, when the road construction gets done. I get some of that because not everybody logs on to Facebook at the same time. But what happens is, after it's posted on Monday, and you get a bunch of serious answers, then Wednesday, when Edith from out off Bain Road hasn't paid attention to Facebook for 3 days, post, hey, when DQ is opening up, then she gets, what time is it? It's after hours. Then she gets 35 smart-ass answers in a row. Now she's mad, and then her relatives see it, and they're mad, and everybody's mad. That's where the trouble lies. I know people get tired of answering when DQ is going to open. What's up, Faith? I get that. Sometimes you got to give them a benefit of the doubt. Someone sent me a thing today and said, hey, pin it to the top. We did that. I made a whole list of things. And some of these businesses I listed today were on that list. I left it up for almost a month. Still happened. And today people are like, what's Barzik? How you doing, Faith? Like, I get that we are the source for media in this county right now. I know some people hate to hear that. I know some people say that's not true, but social media, Porch Time, the community page, that's 90% of your media coverage. Just throwing that out there. The numbers don't lie. They can, newspapers, it's a dying thing in this country. And it is what it is. How many magazines or newspapers you've read in the last 3 years? It doesn't happen. It's not like when we grew up. Everybody's got a podcast. Everybody's got a live stream. Everybody's got a page, a TikTok, a Snap, an Insta, a Twitter or X, whatever the heck it's called now. That's where the information comes from. And some of the older folks aren't hip to it. And so you get a lot of older folks asking, when's Dairy Queen? When's Gaddy's? What's up with the construction? What's up, Steve? Hello, Shauna. Hello, Eric. First, let's back up a little bit. The construction's pretty much done in the city. The roads look fantastic. I've yet to see somebody go on there and post, hey, the roads look great. I saw someone complaining about the stripes on Morgan Street weren't straight. But we sure can post, construction sucks. It's never going to get done. It's done. Majority of it's done. Roads look great. The roads look great. We're getting businesses to open up. And hopefully we'll get some construction, new homes starting being built on the east side of town here before too long. It's a process and it's going to take time. Our town has a long way to go. You got to build the base up. You got to build the tax revenue up. You got to do all that. And it's one baby step at a time. No matter who the mayor was, doesn't matter. And by the way, I saw a few things. I'm never running for office again. This is not why I have this page. Just addressing that. Someone said that's why we do what we do. Yeah. I was doing fundraisers before I ever even thought about getting into politics. Years ago. 100%, Nick. And that happens. I get bored with it too. You guys only see what's online. We get questions like that all the time. Hey, Kevin, when do you think Gaddy's is going to open? At least 4 or 5 times a week. That's not counting what's on the site. And we've got 2 sites, really, with Porch Time LLC and the community page. We get all sorts of questions. All of us do, Corey, myself, and Beth. While we're out. While I'm out and about. Hey, what do you know about Domino's? Good pizza. Used to have a 2 for $10 deal. And fat guys like me love it. Sometimes you just gotta roll with it. But no, someone stated the only reason I do political office. No, not at all. Nope. Did that, failed miserably. Almost cost what we do here. I love doing this. This is what I want to do. This is what I set out to do, and this is what I'm going to do. I was doing this long before I ever dreamt about running for office. So it's a swing and a miss on that. Anyway, Kevin wants winning lotto numbers right. Hey, if that rolls over again, we're going to have a porch time lotto poll, and everybody's going to throw in $5 and we're hitting. Hello, Sydney. All right, so go easy on people on the page. Everybody's testy. I get it. I'm testy. I'm tired. I want to go to bed. Long day at work. Everybody's doing it. Rain doesn't help. Go easy. Not everybody's in tune. Not everybody's in tune. Corey, is that loud? I don't even have it hardly turned up. Not everybody's in tune with the page. Not everybody follows. Hey, Carl, he's got a big... Don't you have a big auction going on this weekend or have something? You posted a bunch of stuff, and I shared one of them. You guys got to go up and check his auction. I need to go up there and go live. That guy's got some fabulous stuff. Didn't you have some knives? Okay. It's pegging out. Maybe I'm just a loudmouth. Pegging out on the mixer. That's what I thought. Those look awesome. It's Culver, see? Sunday at 1:30. If I can swing, Carl, I'll sneak in there. I promise. Nick, you got a valid point. Back to ground zero here. Go easy. I know it gets repetitive. I know it can be a pain in the butt. This is social media. Not everybody logs on at the same time. Saying that for I have. Carl, I apologize. Not everybody logs on the same time that I post something. Like I said, we left that OneNote up for 3-4 weeks. And it covered all these. Barzik was on there. Said it was coming. Today I got 5 people message me. What the heck's Barzik? Ralph and Abe is out of Mooresville. Same owners. It's going to be a good place. And I already saw somebody saying, yep, another place to shut other businesses down. Maybe so. Maybe not. I don't want to see anybody go. That's why we need construction. We need new homes for new people to move in to expand our city's growth. But if you're running a bad business, you're not going to last anyway, no matter what you do. Saying there's any bad businesses in town, that's just the way it is. Don't complain. Be glad we have it. Be glad we have Gather Round, Come and Get It, Mexican restaurants, local grind, hometown. If I could, I would, Carl. Just to say I did it. There he is. It's Boilermaker City tonight with Zach and Carl back to back. Happy Wednesday. Zach, I want snow. Make it snow on Carl's auction this weekend. Need to get you two together. That's what we need to do on the first time IU and Purdue play this year. Competition is a good thing. Exactly. 100%, Jack. We need to get Carl and Zach together, and me and Corey and some other IU fans when IU and Purdue plays. We'll put the game on here, and I'll sit in here. There might be beverages. I don't know. But we'll talk through the whole game. For a while. I text him that about one. I want some snow. Hello, Krista. Go easy on the folks on the page. I get it. I know. It's social media. Not everybody's going to log on the same time. Not everybody's going to read what you read and comprehend it. Zach will come down. There we go. We'll do it for Purdue and IU's first basketball game. As long as weather permitting, Zach. So you got to have good weather that day. Get Carl down here, and we'll get Zach down here, and we'll have probably Gosses will show up too because there's so much Purdue. There's Steelers and Purdue fans. I can't even fathom that. Make it happen. Faith, what she got? Faith, what you got posted? There you go. Bring me Purdue. Go easy on them. Not everybody logs on the same time you do. Not everybody follows along. We can post that. I can post every day on there. Hey, it's going to rain. It's going to rain. It's going to rain. It's going to rain. And I'll get a text once it starts raining. You know when it stop raining? When it's going to start raining? Happens. Roll with it. Where is Purdue? Right. Oh my gosh. Goss is on here. Got the trifecta of Purdue fans. Zach, Carl, and the Gosses. No, but did you see Malik's figure since his physique since he started working out? They got that guy looking like the Incredible Hulk. I can't wait for him to body up against. I get Edie's going to be Player of the Year. The guy's 7'10" and a monster. I get it. Hopefully we have enough other than slow him down enough. But it's baseball season because my Cubs are in the playoffs as of right now. So we can talk baseball right now. What's up, Joe? Following something. Come on. You're up here. Oh boy. As long as you guys make it past the go Dodgers. Ugh! As long as you guys make it past the round of the first round, you got a shot. Got to watch out for those 15 and 16 seeds. First and second round games. No, first round games. 2 plays to 15, 1 plays to 16. What's up, Mike? No, my thing is the streets look fine. The construction, everybody complained about it, but the streets look golden now. We're getting new businesses. Barzik is the sister business to Ralph and Ava's out of Mooresville. Same owners. They're going to open up down here. I've never been to Ralph and Ava's. I've heard it's good. Don't get out. I don't know that. I can agree with the first part of that statement, Carl. Zach, you're not a Cubs fan, are you? I think he's a Cardinals fan. Am I right on that? Gotta like the guy. Yeah, I've heard it's good food, and that's what they're putting in a Barzik here on the square, 72 East Morgan. That's going to be opening up soon. Looking in September. EQ's in September. They're drywalling at Domino's. There's other businesses. Dunkin' Donuts is coming. There you go. Cardinals folded up and quit. I don't even have a quarterback, Colton. I have a quarterback. I get out here to talk serious stuff, and the Purdue trifecta show up, and it just throws everything off. Danny, I'm telling you, did you realize they paved every street almost in this town over one summer, over 2 summers? They repaired a ton of sidewalks that hadn't been touched. When my mom passed away, oh man, it's been. She passed away. I see you, Colton. I took a long walk, and I walked some of the same streets. There's Nick. Exactly. I walked some of the same streets that I did as a kid going to school. Along my journey of walking around for a couple hours, clearing my head, I was like, man, these sidewalks are the same. I remember stepping over some of these same cracks back then. We're going to get to that, Zach. So, but they repaired a majority of the sidewalks in Texas. fantastic. Not seen anybody make a post about, hey, thanks to the city workers and the city employees and everybody for clearing the roads and making the roads better. I understand that was government money. Most different avenues. Oregon and Washington, I hate it. I hate all of it, Zach. I get it. It's all about money. It always has been. NIL is all about money. Always has been. And now they can. My thing on this: if you bust any college kid or college coach at this point in time for recruiting violations, what could they possibly be? There's millions of dollars. Here's the thing that I found interesting, and this gentleman was asking it online. It's okay, basketball and football. Basketball, the biggest thing is if you play there on a Saturday. Let's say IU goes to USC in a basketball game and has to play there on a Sunday evening, and then turn around and fly home and play Tuesday. That's going to be a toughie, and they do that. They all do that. Usually it's Sunday, Wednesday, sometimes Sunday, Tuesday, Saturday, Monday, whatever. But what about the softball team? What about the track teams? Some of these people have to fly commercial. They don't get the big plane. What about the swim teams, orchestras, events like that? They're all going to compete at those levels with the USCs, with the UCLAs, with the Washingtons and the Oregons. That's where the trouble's going to lie. The Big Ten is the first conference that went coast to coast. And they did that to keep pace with the SEC. They have colleges now from involved in their conference. It's all of them is what I heard, Joe. Now, some of the schools may not field a certain team, like a lacrosse team, but it's across the board. And that it's going to be interesting to see how. Hello, Stacy. Hello, Dalton. Hello, Jeannie. It's going to be interesting how this plays out. And there's Notre Dame just sitting back laughing. I don't think they go to a conference. It costs them money. I'd love to see them in the Big Ten. Love to see them in the Big Ten. The rivalries could be reignited with Michigan, Michigan State, Purdue. Oh, they play Ohio State again this year. The ACC's in trouble. They can't go anywhere. Someone was saying put it in two conferences, put 12 and 12, and have the West Conference and the East Conference, and then most of your Western schools are Pac-12 or gathers others from out that way, and then keep the East, the typical Big Ten with those teams in it too, and then have them play the championship against each other in the Rose Bowl. Imagine that. 1 year Rose Bowl, 1 year Lucas Oil. Which I think that would be smart. If you can get to, 25 teams, 24 teams. How many they got now? 16? 18? I'll be curious. ACC's in trouble. They have the ironclad contract or whatever it's called. They cannot get out of that until 2035, Clemson and FSU. They could pay the conference money to say they went out, but they cannot beat that in court. They cannot beat that in court. They're not going anywhere no matter what they say. I saw two gentlemen on different podcasts say, they both have Big Ten needs to get to 24. 12 East, split this country in the middle, 12 West. West Conference, East Conference, play it out. Winners play. That means Penn State, Ohio State, Michigan, Michigan State, Indiana, Purdue, all of the normals would have to battle for the East. Then out West, you're going to have USC, Oregon, Washington. And you can play each other against each other, but play against each other in cross conference. But the winner of the two conferences should play the Rose Bowl at the end. That's what I think should happen. Which is done forever. Had the Pac-12 and the Big Ten. They would play in the But the ACC is stuck with Clemson and Florida State no matter what they say. They're not going to get they have to physically go to court and try to get that beat, and it's not going to happen. They're not going. It's not going to happen. So I'm curious how that's going to play out because Clemson wants out when the SEC so bad. I don't either. I think they need to get to 24. I mean, the obvious is your Rutgers. They like that East Coast though. They wanted coast to coast. I mean, you could. Is there anybody left in the Big East worthy? Syracuse in the Big East still? Hello, Bob. So you could pilferage from them and get it up to 24. Take a couple of the others out west. Four or six. Who is it? Arizona State, Washington State, Stanford, Utah. No, or did Utah go to the SEC? I think it's Utah. Which grabbed Stanford and Utah. I think that would be it. I'm looking forward to college football this season. I hate it though. I think they've ruined college. Hang on, before that sounds horrible. They've ruined the college sports that we grew up with. The money was always there, and it's being exchanged under the table. Now it's all front. Now it's just didn't know about it. But you had to do something. When these universities are making millions upon millions of dollars running a business called college football, and these kids, and everybody, I don't want to hear they're getting an education. I want to hear that. That's a drop in the bucket. That is a drop in the bucket to what universities make. Had to do something. It's not perfect, and I don't think it ever will be. But they had to do something money wise. And to the people that they are saying the Big Ten is going to get Florida State and Clemson, they can't, Colton. They cannot. They cannot. They have the ironclad contract. That is set in stone until 2035. Pac-12 tried to do it. Pac-12 tried to do it after USC and UCLA ran, or who was the first two that ran? Whoever the first two that jumped, Pac-12 tried to put one together and say, you guys can't go anywhere. Sign this. They're like, signing nothing. Texas and Oklahoma got out before the Big 12 did it. They cannot go anywhere, Colton. I'm telling you. Ironclad contract. Look it up. Cannot. Stanford, Cal, Washington State, Oregon State. Yeah. I said Arizona. Cal. It's value-wise, Stanford, Cal, maybe. Who wants to? Is it Pullman? Washington. Who wants to go to Pullman in late November, early December? Yep, USC. You got to go to Happy Valley on the first Sunday in December. Good luck with that. Maybe I mean, theoretically, but there's still there's Boise and there's other teams out there that you could jump. You could put together a San Diego State, San Jose State. It's not going to be the Pac-12 that we grew up watching, because the men of Troy now are in the Big Ten. That is just shocking to me. That is, and I'm picking on USC, but you guys understand as a Notre Dame fan, and hopefully all you Notre Dame fans understand this, USC and Notre Dame has played since the beginning of time. But USC eventually said, we're not going to Notre Dame any later than this date. And it's normally midway through, normally the third or fourth. I'm not disputing that, Carl. So USC had told Notre Dame, you can come out here anytime you want. We won't play you on your field any later than the second or third week of October. I think it's the third game normally of the year when it's at Notre Dame. They don't want to go there in the winter. They don't want to go there when it's cold. So they come earlier than the year, get the game out of the way, then they don't want to travel anywhere where it's going to be cold and snowy. Now, guys from you, you're going to have to go to the big house. You're going to have to go to the Horseshoe. You're going to have to go to Happy Valley. You're going to have to go to Minnesota. Oh, no. Wisconsin. They're going to have to play in cold weather games, USC and UCLA. And they're not going to like that at all. It's going to be interesting. There's a lot of stuff that has got to take place this year in college football. It's going to be Larry Ralph. Big thank you to Larry. I said it's raining. Get a hold of Larry. There you go. American Basement Solutions. There's your guy right there. One of the greatest guys I've ever met in my life, and he don't have to be a sponsor of me. I'll say that anyway. I've had him on the show 2 or 3 times. That guy has done for this community and for the world. Utterly amazing. Kind. Colton, I can't see him. It's like 500 million. To get out of it, Florida State and ACC would have to pay something like 500 million up front, and then they would have to pay their TV money that they get from whatever conference they go to until 2035. They would have to pay it back to the ACC. Ohio State. I think Notre Dame plays Ohio State second or. The money is outrageous, Colton. Larry, I thought of you instantly tonight. I was like, I heard that. How you doing, Teresa? I heard that rain coming down. I was like, I know one guy that's happy. I know one gentleman that's happy. Hey, if you want your foundation or basement fixed or checked out, get a hold of Larry Ralph. American Basement Solutions. Where's my cards at? I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna read it off here. 1-877-409-2837. Larry Ralph. Anyway. Every raindrop is like a penny from heaven. I hear you, Larry. Wait a minute, he's coming fast and furious. They said they could go to the Big Ten? I can't see Clemson going to the Big Ten, which would give us the southern part. IU plays first game. Yes, they do. Michigan is going to win the national title, so everything else secondary. I don't know about that one. As long as they don't have to play TCU in the final four. Everybody's pulling for me. When has Jim Harbaugh won a big game? Someone tell me that. He's beat Ohio State regular season. When has he won a big game? At any level. I'm not knocking the guy. I'm not knocking Michigan. But everybody's like, oh, Michigan's going to win the title this year. It's going to come down to them in Georgia. We know what Georgia does in the final game. When is Michigan? 1987. Hey, that sounds like IU basketball. I said Michigan football, not IU basketball. Going to be interesting. Going to be an interesting college football. I'm looking forward to it. I don't watch much NFL. I don't watch any NBA. I've watched the Cubs maybe a total of 12 innings this year. I follow along online a little bit. Enough to give my Cardinal and Reds fans crap. I think it could be or might be or is. I haven't dug into that too much. But I mean, just like I said earlier, if you're gonna get a coach or a player for recruiting violations right now, why? Why? Someone tell me why. Dishing out millions of dollars out in the open. I kind of agree with that because Ohio State down, they don't have the quarterback, they don't have this and that. That gives them something to play for. And out and put it. They still got 25-star athletes all over the field. It's gonna be interesting. Sports show. Football. Get into it. Tomorrow night we will have head coach Willie Speed of the MHS boys soccer team. He's going to be bringing in some of the seniors, like we did the girls team last week. Bama probably. Yeah, that's another one. See, right on cue, Danny. Hey, as a Notre Dame fan, speaking about winning big games, when did Kelly ever win a big game? Ever. And the knock on him, some of the players that got in the NFL said they'd get to the championship game 2 or 3 times that they did. And he just threw the rules out the window. There was no bed checks. Everybody was up till 2 or 3 in the morning. It was just Animal House. And some of the seniors are like, he basically had thrown in at 3 and 4 in the morning on the championship game. Said that a couple of times. Like, man, I would assume you tighten the reins up and get everybody. Sure, that falls back on the kids, but remember, they're 21, 22 years old in a party city with a party atmosphere. Where you got to have leadership. Kelly's not high. I'm not high. Glad he was like Marcus Freeman. Turned the corner. Not finished 12 and 1, 13 and 0, and bring. Isn't that sad that 12 and 1 is a losing season and we're frustrated for anybody, for Michigan, for Ohio State, LSU, Bama. Unless you're Indiana, Purdue, and you're 7 and 5, and you're happy with that. In football, they do have Michael Penix as one of the, however you say his name, the former IU quarterback. 2036, probably so. They do have him as a Heisman hopeful this year, and I hope he does. I wish he would have stayed at IU. I wish they would have surrounded him with talent. The guy's phenomenal. Has a complete cannon. I can see. Anyway, what time is it? 40 minutes. Time flies when you're happy. Larry, it's good to hear from you, buddy. Hope all is well with you. Lots of stuff going on here right now. So, be on tomorrow night, Sunday. Jerry wants me to come out and go live, and we'll do some UFO watching, searching. And we're waiting for a good night, and he said Sunday looks good, or Friday looks good, but Friday I might go to, I shouldn't say that, we're probably not going to cover the preseason football game, high school game, this Friday night. But the next weekend is Bedford at home. We will be live for that. And Corey and I are going to try something different this year on road games. We haven't been covering road games. We don't want to go sit in the press box. So we're thinking about an iPad, sitting in the bleachers, and getting the perspective from them. And we have it live on our phones, like anybody else could. We're not porch time in the press box. We're just you guys in the bleachers. How about that? Give you a little coverage, talk, have some fun with it. And we want to try to move away from the crowd so you cheering for the quick RDs. So we're gonna possibly do that. The first road game is at Bloomington South. Sure enough, Nick. They're not on our schedule, but I think we would meet them Could meet them in the playoffs at some point in time. Shelbyville, we played Julius Denton twice, and they beat us here, and we went over there and beat you guys in the playoffs. And that guy was one of the athletes. So I am. Amiibo, Carl. Amiibo. Explain that to selfie stick. Golden Bears. They're young. They have a lot of speed this year, more so than they've had in the past. I'd say. Emerson, I broadcast. I have to look into that, Carl. I just go off my iPad or my phone, and it gives the same images. Oh, look at that. Oh, Corey's already sending. He's already got it. We'll look into that, Carl. We want to have some fun with the road. Normally, if when we would go into the press box, it was cool. It was fun. Weigh in and set up. It was cool. It was fun to go in the press box, but we got funny looks, and we couldn't. We had people standing behind us, wanting to know what we're saying and why we're saying it, how we can say what we're saying. Like, we're not FCC. Horrible call. We're going to say it's a horrible call. In the bleacher. Enjoy a game dog or two. Rub elbows with the fans and have fun with the game. I'm gonna look into that, Corey, when I get off here. Can you access Facebook from that? Oh, you did. You accessed live with it, sir. All right. Appreciate that, Carl. All right. I'm going to get off here. I'm going to look up Mevo and do some research on that. Again, go easy on the site. Not everybody logs on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Some of them log on once a week and gather information. I know it gets old. You guys only see half of it. You guys only see half of the questions. We get them all the time. And it does get old. Get hate mail too. What are you going to get into? By the way, I'm not running for office. Clarifying that. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Carl. Not running for office. Not a leopard. I was doing fundraisers. Even Carl is just love this community and the people. Something different. Way up there in Monrovia. What time? Hello, Tina. What time Sunday, Carl? You're like, you're not coming. What's it matter? 12:30? 12:30? Voice. Midway auction. Sunday at 1:30. Don't be late. I'm sitting front row and bug you the whole laser scope. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Be on back on tomorrow night with Willie Spina, head coach MHS Boys Soccer. He'll have some seniors with him. Dog and drink. So there you go. You guys have a wonderful Wednesday. Be safe. It's like between Mooresville and Monrovia on 144. Yes, no, am I right? It's actually closer to Monrovia. All right, guys. Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Be safe. You know it's going to get high water in the typical areas. Turn around, don't drown. We'll see you guys tomorrow night.